Hello! Today's video is to help others that may be watching this video, or anyone that's needing this, to make sure they don't make the same mistake that I made and how to correct the problem of making this mistake. So this is a electric window regulator, motor, assembly, whatever you want to call it, out of the Citroen C1, which is the same as the Toyota Aygo, which is the same as the Peugeot 106. Anyway, whatever 1 to 3 cars are all the same, they're all made the same Czechoslovakian factory. Is it Czechoslovakian? What do they call themselves now? The Czech Republic? Anyway, they're all not Peugeots, Toyotas or Citroens, they are one and the same thing with different slightly body shells. Anyway, these all fit the same thing. And this one had stopped working, it would go down 1 inch, and then stop, the motor would go clunk clunk, and if you held the button on it got very hot. Now, I took it apart and made the mistake of letting it fall apart and all the bits come to pieces. So, you don't want to do that, you do not want to do that. You can disassemble this without any of the wire coming off, any of these tensioners or wheels, roller, any of that. I'll show you how to do that. So the motor, this bit, does have 4 torques in there. You don't have to touch them unless you need to take the motor apart to clean it, but generally it's not the motor that's the problem, it's in here. And I'll show you what the problem with this one was. I've actually fixed it, but I'll show you in there. But the main thing is to get these 3 torques out. I don't know what size torques they are. I've grabbed a random torque screwdriver, which I think is the right size. It is. So, take these out. Now, the important step here is to keep a hold of everything. You can put the screws away, but do not let go of this assembly. Because this assembly comes into 2 parts. You can this bit, the bit with the wires, it can stay exactly where it is. And that's what you want. You want that to stay there. See, oh god, it's trying to fly apart already. You want that to stay there, and you can wiggle the motor drive. Remember, keeping a grip on this, a death grip, keep a death grip on it. Do not let it ping off. And you can wiggle the motor out of the wheel itself. Like that. That gets this part. This is the important part that breaks and fails and you want to replace. Do not let go of this bit. Put it somewhere safe that it can't ping away. In fact, like a clamp. Oh god, a clamp would be a good idea. Let's do that. What's this? Ah, you'll do. Here, I'm going to use a welding earth clamp. All we want to do is grab that so that it can't go anywhere. Not my thumb though. Okay? So that just sits there, ready for you to put it back together. So in this, what had failed in mine is you can get a screwdriver and pick out the insides. There's a rubber interface, the interface between that plastic part and the plastic part on the assembly, and with a bit of cajoling you can get inside this rubber. Best thing is to pick into one of these little holes, or an edge if you can get one. Try not to damage it too much, but hey, if it's broken, all you can do is make it slightly better. Right, that pops out this rubber seal, and in here you have the big gear, which will pop out, and in there is the, we're getting the light, and there's the worm gear bit. Actually, once you got to this part, you can undo the 4 screws around the motor. You can undo this bit, or 2 clips at the side. If you take that out, that lets you slide the whole motor assembly and the worm out, but you shouldn't have to do that because that's not what the problem was in mine. The problem in this was, there was a big chunk of metal stuck in one of the gears. Can't actually see which one it is because I managed to pick it out. Oh, wait a minute, it was right there where that dirty mark is. A chunk of metal stuck in there. So once I picked that out, put that back in, put our seal back on, put that all back together, put our drive thing in, and then reassembled it. But what I had done was let this fall apart. Here is your worst case scenario. You've flung the whole thing out and let the middle bit pop out and now ping away. All the wires have come out and this bit's now in your hand, and you've got a nest of wires that have all come out of things, and you've now started to cry. You don't want this to happen. If you can entirely avoid doing that, don't do it. But if you're here because you've done that, good job. I'll hopefully help you through this problem. So, this is the carrier end. Push the carrier all the way up to the top. Make sure it's wrapped around the top pulley, and then poke it through this hole so it goes through the back. Leave that over there. The bottom one, also this has a tendency to ping straight off as well because it's only got one tab and a spring holding it in. You see it's got a notch, oh not a notch, it's got a flap there and a notch there. That just goes in that hole, he said, goes in the hole, and the spring rides on that channel, and that gives the tensioner tension. So, other half of wire, round tensioner, poked in that hole as well. Oh, see, this is where the fun begins. Your task now, I've lost it. Oh really? Ah, it's got in the floor. The worst possible, there is. And the spring's falling out of it. The spring goes in the hole like that. I'll look at it right? No, that way. Okay. Can anyone else hear the rain? My goodness. Anyway, that in the hole, and the thing, and the spring tensioner. Right, we'll worry about that in a moment. Because right now, we've got these two bits poked through that hole. We now have to rewind them around this spool. So after, I don't know, I think I must have spent 4 hours trying to wind this and getting it all to fit. The problem is that if you wind them all round and sit it in, as you would, the bottom wire becomes so tight that you cannot get it round this tensioner. It is unbelievably tight. You'll snap it before you get it round the tensioner. There's a trick, and it's a twist. You have to give it a twist as you're putting it in. Now, I'm going to see if I can actually do this on camera first time. Because believe me, it took me a while the first time. So we will turn this over. Now the top carrier side goes onto the back with the 3 prongs. The side with 3 prongs. You put it in, tuck it in, and you wind that round. I want to say 3-4 times. Basically till you're this close. So that leaves me with 2 winds. Now is the tricky part of looping the other one. I'm attached to a piston. Marvellous. Piss off. This round the tensioner. This round the tensioner. Right, how did I do this last time? I think I must have wound it in place. I also did it sitting down and not in front of a camera. Basically, this one has to go through and go the other way. That goes, and can you still see? No, I'm doing it off camera. In the front, oh, too far, come back. Round. In that groove. So, we've now got them set in the grooves. Again, don't let go. Now, the trick here is to get this wire, which you're slowly tying a knot with, you'll notice it's a million miles away from being anywhere close. So, what you have to do is, right, that has to go in that way. That's your wires at the top. But that's not how you start it. Let me just pull it. Oh, the bottom thing. This tensioner this is nightmares. This is the worst thing in the world. Also doing camera is the worst thing in the world. So we need to undo this spool a half turn like that and invert it. This gives us enough slide, the camera will slide down a bit, that we can go round the bottom tensioner. Oh, it's going to ping out again. You son of a bitch! Stay there. Round that tensioner, round the tension of the tensioner. Honestly, this is the stuff of nightmares. Spring the tensioner so it's got tension, and we want to twist. Twist and rotate, he said confidently. This is still the wrong way around. We need one more. And we need to get that around. And it's still tight as hell, but it's getting there. So, okay, I've got it tight now. So here's the trick. This is us on our half turn. We need to get that around the last bit, and it's tight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to lie. It requires a bit of fanoodling to get around the last little bit. Like I said, it took me 4 hours the first time to work out how to do this, because you have to fight this wire into that groove so there's enough slack. You might need the strength of 10 people. I said people, not men. Oh, I think I've jumped a. Have I jumped a thing? Am I one too far over? Yes, I am. That needs to. Need to get that in the second slot. And the second one. Go down a bit. Oh, yeah, don't drop your fingers. Like I say, if you just didn't undo this the first time, life would be so much better. Oh, I've moved over I've got too much. See? Can you see on there? It's jumped round So, while maintaining tension, I need to adjust that one. That's fine. It's going around. That's where I want it now. And then we'll take this one round in the top slot. Okay, we're nearly there. We're almost nearly there. And then we just have to apply a bit more tension and spinning. Lift the assembly into place. Come on now. We're within half a ball here. Oh, it's tight. Oh, I'm too far over. See what's happened there? I've got a crossed. It's jumped the lane. That's why it's too tight. But we dare not show it mercy. So if we can fight that back. In the right slot. And then just pinged off again. So as you can see, this will not take one take. This may take many takes. But I hope you get the general idea, is don't let it happen in the first place. Retention, that one. Start the spin, pull the wires into place. Now we just have to get this top one over there. That's the first problem. And the second one, and not letting go, and not worrying about the camera. Just let it go, let it go, let it go. And that fires into there, and that, the second one. And booyah! Did it? Did anybody see it? Was it in shot? Was it mostly in shot? There. It's back in. Oh man. Right, so we are round this bottom tensioner, round this tensioner, round the top, and back in, and that lets you put, again, hold on to this for the love of God. Do not let it spin. Look, this video's 20 minutes long, and 10 minutes is me fighting this. You can do it, you can get it back in, it's just fiddly as fuck. I'm gonna go with it. But the magic bit is getting them all wrapped round, so they're tight, but too tight to get over this bottom tensioner. Taking it out, giving it a half turn, that gives you enough slack to hook it back over this tensioner, and then you have to, with the force of great strength, put the half turn back in and push it into place and loop the last of your wires into the two slots that you've made. Then it's a matter of trying to remember which way. You'll see there are, what's that, 2, 4, 5 holes and 3 on here, and you've got 2 close together and 1 far apart, so it's just a matter of lining them up. That's not it. No, those ones. So that one, and that one, and not letting go of the back plate. You might find that it isn't quite in the right place, so you can hold the whole assembly and move that till it clicks in, and then, well, actually, now you're kind of trapped. So what you have to do is, you see, I can get that one and not that screw hole. So if I put those 2 back in, you could then now plug it in the car and move it a little bit and put that last screw in. Put the last screw in, and then you can bolt the whole assembly, now working, back into the car. But I cannot stress this enough. The main thing to do is to not let that middle bit bang out and all the wires undo, because that is a pain in the ass to put back together. It can be done. It can. It's not fun. You do need strong fingers, and try not to cut them on the wire, because it is, well, it's not sharp, you know what I mean, it's under tension, it's taut, that's the word, it's taut, and you don't want that to, yeah, you don't want to lose a finger, and especially do not like run this in the, like this in the car without watching where your fingers are going, because that will quite happily chop you, that's strong enough, that will chop your fingers off if you get it wrong, or it gets stuck and it just keeps going, it will chop them off. Hopefully somebody will find this useful or interesting, or both. But thanks for watching, and if it helped you in any way, shape or form, please give us a thumbs up.